Hi, this is Carrie Brownstein.
This is DJ Premier.
This is Darren Aronofsky.
You got the RZA right here.
Rose McGowan.
Radiohead.
Aisha Tyler.
Tribe Called Quest. Fred Armisen.
Fritz Paul.
Javier Munoz. Seth Meyers.
Frankie Cosmos.
Flying Lotus.
Hi, we're Chaim, and you're listening to the Talkhouse Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Talkhouse Podcast. I'm Josh Modell. Now, I might overuse this word a little bit, but on this week's episode, we do have a true pair of legends in conversation. Maynard James Keenan and Daniel Ash. Keenan is, of course, best known as the frontman for Tool, the dark, complex, heavy band he formed way back in 1990, but whose records come few and far between. Keenan is also the frontman for A Perfect Circle, but the reason for today's chat is yet another band of his, Puscifer. This one started out almost as a solo outlet for Keenan's weirdest ideas. There are comedic elements, and fun fact, Puscifer actually sprung to life as part of a Mr. Show sketch. Google it, it's a good story. But the band has evolved over the years into a steady trio that features Keenan alongside Karina Round and Matt Mitchell, and that more recently has explored Keenan's most theatrical and straightforward impulses. It's funny, weird, and heavy, and the brand new Puscifer album, Normal Isn't, even nods sonically to UK post-punk bands like Killing Joke. Check out a little bit of the song Self-Evident right here. The other half of today's conversation is Daniel Ash, whose resume also includes a remarkable number of incredible bands, starting with Bauhaus, moving directly into Tones on Tail, and then heading for a long stretch into Love and Rockets, which reunited a couple of years ago for some very welcome shows. Ash's guitar playing over the years has been quietly influential on a ton of players. You can hear his tone in a remarkable swath of bands. Last year, he released the first album by his latest outfit, Ashes and Diamonds, called, naturally, Ashes and Diamonds Are Forever. It's unmistakably Ash's voice and tone, though in some flashier dressing on occasion. It's a lot of fun. Check out a little bit of the song Teenage Robots right here.
It's teenage robots and teenage lies. Teenage robots and teenage lies. I gave in to the devil and he gave me what I wanted. I gave in to the devil and he gave me what I wanted. Teenage robots and teenage lies. Teenage robots and teenage lies.
In this wide-ranging conversation, Ash and Keenan talk about Keenan's wine business. He was nice enough to send Ash some bottles in advance of this chat, as well as touring, making videos, and the seemingly inevitable future of AI. Ash thinks it's going to be good, so even if he's wrong, it's nice to hear some optimism. Ash is also obsessed with motorcycles, leading Keenan to suggest an intervention. Enjoy.
I've got your wine here.
Uh-oh.
This was meant to be because it arrived 1 hour ago. 2 bottles. Thank you very much, by the way.
What did we send? We just sent a Garnacha, and what else?
I've got this one.
Awesome.
Which is a 2021 Judith.
Nebbiolo?
And I must say, because I don't like sweet wine, and this is definitely not sweet. This is powerful. So cheers.
Strong Red Bull.
I like it a lot. Yes, thank you for that. I'll have to send you a T-shirt. The only thing is, we had a bunch printed on, and I've got if you want a shirt, of course. I think this might be
shirts.
This might be a triple X, so you could wear it as you could just wear it as pajamas,
like a turtle.
Yeah, I'll send it anyway.
Perfect.
Oh, by the way, Christopher the Minister says a big hello.
Hello, Christopher the Minister.
All right, I'll tell him that you said that.
Are you still DJing occasionally at the Silver Lake Cha-Cha?
No, not for donkey's years, not for a long, long time. I used to really love it, but I could only do it and get blasted. I'd have to be buzzed to do the gig, and that got old. I couldn't do it sober because I tried it, but you want to be there where the people out front are in your head. So I absolutely loved it for many years. But I remember one particular time I was doing a DJ gig at Goldfinger's in LA, and I'd have a blast. You know, they'd feed me wine all night long, and I'd have the best time. Then I'd have to go out into the parking lot at 2, 3 in the morning, totally buzzed, get in my Bronco, lay down in the back with a pillow, and then the sun would come through at about 6, 7 in the morning, and a stinking hangover would be hitting me, and I'd have to drive 60, 70, 80 miles to Ojai back home with the worst hangover known to mankind. It's okay in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, but after that, doesn't work anymore.
No, sir.
Have you ever DJ'd?
No, I haven't. I mean, I put on a playlist back in 1982 at a party.
Right.
But that's, I do our playlists at our restaurant and our winery tasting rooms, but not really like wiki or any of that.
Well, it's again, I know also I was old school with everybody else. As time went on, they're all using, I've never owned a laptop, and they're all using laptops and doing it that way. And I was old school using CDs, and people were giggling about that. I was still using CDs, and which was a lot of fun. The physical activity of scrambling. I used to love leaving it to the last minute and then scrambling to get the next song, so you could be spontaneous and not overthink everything.
Or being at a club, I must have been in, where the fuck would that have been? Texas. Friends of mine like going, let's go to this, off nearby, whatever. And I went to a club and literally had my bag of vinyl.
Yeah.
So trying to have, and I show up and there's one turntable. It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
There was only one turntable.
How am I supposed to do this?
How are you going to avoid dead space?
Yeah. Grab the mic and go, coming up to stage number 5, Diamond. She's trying to pay rent, boys. And you're trying to get the vinyl on.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a strip club. That was confusing.
Distracting.
Yep. Where are you at right now?
I'm in my little office in where I live. I live in Ojai, California, which is
okay. You said that, right?
Yeah, it's like 10 miles inland from Ventura. I actually escaped LA in the year 2000. Yeah, 26 years ago. I've been here 26 years. But what's wonderful about it is, you might know, but I'm obsessed with. I have a real thing about motorcycles, and I've basically got a racetrack on my doorstep. 2 miles down the road, there's this road called the 33. Which goes winding up to like 50 odd miles, and it turns into the 166, and you're basically in the desert, in the mountains and desert.
That's a beautiful area.
Yeah, it's incredible. And because there's a couple of roadworks up there, have been for a few years, there's no traffic. You can go up there at 4:00 on a Friday. You'll be lucky to see 1 or 2 cars, maybe a motorcycle. So I've got this whole road to myself, and I got a bunch of different bikes. So it's just like a dream come true. If somebody had told me when I was 16 years old that I'd have all these bikes and I'd have this beautiful road up into the middle of nowhere, away from everybody, completely on my own, it was, I never would have believed it.
Where did you grow up?
Northampton, England, which is about 60 miles north of London.
Yeah, Karina, my vocalist partner, is from Wolverhampton.
Oh, really? Okay. Has she got a strong accent?
Not anymore. She's been here for quite a while, but when I nudge, I go, come on, let's hear it. She'll bring it out.
The weird thing about England is the accent substantially changes every 10 miles.
Yeah.
Like Peter Murphy, he's from Wellingborough. That accent, totally different. They have these certain sayings and everything. We don't know.
It's like a passport.
Yeah.
To know where you're from.
Well, what's weird, though, in England, if you're like over here, you can travel 50 miles to go to breakfast, say, on a motorcycle. I do that all the time. 50 miles is a blink of the eye type of thing. To go from Northampton to London when I lived there, it's only 60 miles, but it would take an eternity or feel like it. It's so weird. It's just this little island, but distances are different depending on, with the USA and England, for example. It's like night and day. I don't understand that. But yeah, we're going to London for a meeting. Okay, better get prepared. We're on the M1. And I suppose it only took an hour or two because it's only 60 miles away, but it would feel like the whole day just to get there. Yeah. Very weird. Very weird.
I always get it wrong when it comes to like going in and out for travel, or to like the gig. If you have a gig that's not that far away from wherever you're staying in a hotel, we always get it wrong. We're always
the actual timing of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you can't trust this fucking thing. It doesn't tell you anything.
I find the phone in that respect has been a godsend to me, particularly for weather and stuff like that. And
yeah, but and the timing and driving around London, it's wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Over here, fine. It's because the traffic and coming in and out of London is like so unpredictable.
I haven't driven there in donkey's years, but yeah, you have to have certain permits to actually drive into the city anyway, I think. So when are you going on the road?
We go out mid-March. We've got a lot of planning and a lot of rehearsals, a lot of work to do still. The album comes out February 6th. So we're in that scramble mode of, what do we say first? What do we say next?
Yeah.
Who do we talk to? Like all that stuff. It's fun. It's exciting. The making of the songs and playing them are, of course, why you do it. But
yeah. I mean, you still have that desire to go out live. That's the icing on the cake for you, if you like.
Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it. I like being home more. I have so much going on here, and I want to be home.
Yeah.
With the chickens and the ducks and the cats and the dogs and.
Yeah. You have a son as well, don't you have a son?
I have a son who lives on the East Coast now. He's taking his bar, and my daughter's 11.
Oh wow! Didn't know you had 2 kids. Wow. Yeah. So the whole touring thing. I don't know. I've never looked forward to it. It's like something you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But once I'm there, I've definitely made the most of it in the past.
Yeah, do your thing, and once you're up there, it's just the spirit takes over.
Yeah, everything's about that hour plus on stage. The only thing is, I find other people in the bands I've been in, they can sort of actually enjoy the cities they're in, take time off to go wander, to explore. But with me, it's always been about that hour on stage. So all I've done through my whole life before that gig, after sound check, whatever, go back to the hotel and get as much rest as possible. So I've got the energy for the gig. And I can't do that tourist thing and look around. It's all about that hour on stage. So I can't turn off to that. That's it for me. So It's a huge difference between traveling and seeing the world when you're on tour, because it's trains, planes, and automobiles. Whereas when I'm on a bike doing it, it's completely different. I absorb everything, but I don't absorb anything really, apart from, the little trip from the hotel to the gig.
Oh, yeah.
And just what you see out the window, which is just the city. I've never been able to separate the two.
I'll go to a city and like, hey, why don't you come down and do like a winemaker event before the show? It's like,
are you kidding me?
Yeah. I have no idea what.
I know.
I got to make the sound come out, man. I can't do any of that.
No, you got to psych up to it. It's like, I know somebody who can do that stuff.
We have a lot of like the VIP event too, like where you had the sound check party.
I cannot bear that stuff.
I can't do it. I can't sing before I'm going to sing.
It's completely alien to me. That whole, you remember? I don't know if they do it now, but we used to call it shake and fake. Instead, the official thing was meet and greet, and then but really what we called it as musicians was shake and fake. I can't do that stuff after the gig. No problem.
Yeah,
that's totally different because you're relaxed. You got it all out. It's like you've had your workout. That's the big thing. You're not uptight and you're not thinking about the gig. Then I'm everybody's friend after the gig. But before, forget about it.
No. I've gone in bars like 2 days, like we had 2 days off maybe somewhere occasionally. And that the first day off, great. I can go out and do whatever, go have a dinner, go see people. But that next day, that day off before a gig, if I walk into a restaurant and it's like loud, noisy, where you have to speak over. Yeah. You're trying to speak over the person that's like 3 tables away because the acoustics suck. Yeah. I have to leave because I won't have a voice the next day. Yeah. Exactly. And you want to save your hearing. It's a weird feeling to go, fuck, I have to ruin this dinner because I got to go. Yeah. Yeah, but it's worth it, right? I mean, that's why we do it. Yep. Yeah. So, okay, what's the next thing on the agenda? I don't usually do this, but I've got a couple of subjects here, which I don't know if you're interested in talking about, but I got the whole AI thing. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Because 2-3 months ago, we started doing videos for the Ashes and Diamonds songs. Mm-hmm. And we didn't want to be in them because we didn't want 3 blokes in a band, especially in our mid to late 60s. It's like, we got to have something better than that. This is so old hat. Mm-hmm. So we thought an AI had just come in. The technology. I remember talking to Mark Geiger about this about 18 months ago. He said, get in on that AI thing. It's new. It's going to open everything up. But I couldn't get the apps for it. It was only for the elite in the film industry at the time. Anyway, since then, now, boom, it's all opened up. You've got 2, 3, 4, I don't know how many different apps that you can get for it. So we decided to go down that route. And
we got this app. So I don't know. I think it was called Pro AI. I tried to get the most expensive one, working with my friend AJ, who's got a studio 2 streets away from here. So, you know, when we very first started it, it took like seriously 7 hours for an artificial human to go like this. You know, that's how slow it was at first.
Right.
So he was sitting there, the poor sod, for about, I don't know, a week, getting it all. And I said, I'm impatient. I can't do this. Anyway, he got it all sorted out. And it took about a week to do this 3-minute video. And that was it. And we sent it out there. And it's like, we're like thrilled with this thing. It's like the world was our oyster. And we, you know, because we're new at it, everything looks great. Just somebody putting their hand in the air. Like, oh, wow, look at that, you know, etc. And then I got this for one of the videos. I got this. We put out one video, which was old school. Then we put the second one out. It was either the second or third. And the backlash was through the roof. What do they call it? AI slop. It's like,
yeah,
the little phone here was.
There's no winning.
There was like, fuck AI slop. I'm disappointed big time. And it just was like viral, this thing. So I phoned up the record company and I go, what the fuck is this? What do I do? They just said, let it go. It is what it is.
There's nothing you can do.
No.
It's the same. You know, I get there's some environmental arguments about it, but as far as like art and a tool to be used, you remember, man, like you were around when fucking synclaviers and Fairlight.
Pro Tools.
Well, even Pro Tools, but before that, like the drumulator, the drum machines and the Korg super drums, like, oh, it's going to replace drummers. Fuck off.
No, it's a tool to be used.
Yeah.
And there was remember that sticker that used to say drum machines have no soul?
Yeah.
Bullshit. They sound
Kraftwerk.
great.
Fucking Kraftwerk.
Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah, Pet Shop Boys. All those things.
Yeah, it's just another tool. That's all this is. So, you know, we've since embraced it. And now we're having a bunch of filmmakers, young blood, young filmmakers from London. We've got 3 lined up. We're throwing them a bit of cash and just say, go for it. Interpret this song however you wish. So that's really exciting. And we love the idea of young people interpreting these songs. It doesn't matter what the lyric is about. It's if their interpretation is different, that's exciting. Sometimes it's much more interesting to see how somebody interprets the song anyway. So I'm all for that. So that's where we're at. And I noticed that there's some stuff online on YouTube with you guys. So I'm presuming that you have been playing some of these songs that are on the album already, right?
Yeah, we have 3 songs that we put out. 4th is coming on release day.
Right.
Fun, you know, it's a fun process.
This is great because when I saw the visuals, it all made sense. And I was saying, is that AI or is that real gigs?
We did one bit of AI in one of the songs to transform my old friend from literally the Texas days back in 1985, 84, a club called Club Iguana in Austin, Texas. I used to go to, and it was that gay club that on Thursday nights or Saturday nights they would convert it to like, you know, the Misfits club. So like they're playing, you know, Tones on Tail and Bauhaus and you know, World Destruction and, you know, Sisters of Mercy. So it was a fun punk club. And so my friend Cheryl was one who actually turned me on to it. She was in the military as well. So I used the AI in that video to transform her into Karina, and a photo of me from the same time it was taken from a photo with Cheryl, turning me into me as that new character. And we got fucking railed for it. It's like, of all the hours of film that I put out that are not AI, you're going to bitch about 30 seconds of fucking video? Come on.
They were saying that it was AI slop.
Yeah, it's fuck 'em. It was a transformation of my friend Cheryl into Karina. It was cool as shit.
When I saw it the other night, it looked incredible.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is next level. And at the time, I didn't really think about whether it was AI or not. It was just visually on. It was just on.
Can I unplug it just a little bit? This is the issue with the world that we're living in right now, is that it has nothing to do with whether they're really mad about the AI. It's that everyone online doesn't lead with compliments or constructive anything. The dopamine addiction, it's an extreme addiction. Dopamine addiction is the fight. So they pick insane hills to die on and fight to the death over some fucking absurd thing. And this is the latest one.
What do they call it? Like keyboard warriors or some bullshit?
Yeah, whatever. They're just junkies. They're fucking dopamine. Like, you know, they're algorithm victims.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, this whole thing, these things here, this phone. When I resisted getting texts and emails for longer than anybody I know. And actually, Christopher, the minister, about 7 years ago said, you've got to have this phone because I need to be able to contact you at any time. And so I accepted £500, $500, and it arrived. I got it. And that night, I'm holding it in my hand and I'm looking at it and I'm saying something real inside me. The guardian angel, sixth sense, whatever, said, your life changes from this day on.
Yeah.
It changes.
Absolutely.
And it did. From that day on, the next morning, I'm getting fucking text messages and emails. What's this email shit? 16 messages I've got to answer?
Or not.
I absolutely hated it. But there was one thing. I woke up several months after this in the middle of the night and I thought, hold on a minute. Texting actually suits me. I don't like doing the small talk thing. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on? I can just text somebody and just send it off and then respond to it as I want. So that for me has been great.
I like it.
But the rest of it, it's so funny. It's such a dilemma. It's like huge advantage for this for me more than anything is directions. When I got to get somewhere, I just stick this on the handlebars of the bike and follow it and I'm done. Anywhere, car or motorcycle, whatever. That's been great. But are we, I don't know. I was going to say, are we happier with it all? But no, you can't stop progress anyway, because otherwise we'd still be banging sticks together, living in a cave.
It's just like anything else. It's an instrument. So it's a hammer. You can build, you can destroy with it.
Yeah.
Then you can have the peanut gallery making their comments based on whatever they perceive it to be as destroying or creating.
Going back to that thing that you said, though, they're all getting a kick out of being able to criticize something because they're anonymous. They're not in the same room as you. That's the big difference.
Can't box their ears.
Yeah. I don't know how you deal with this with your kids, but I would presume that you really try and limit this.
Try to.
Because it's so addictive. I got to say myself, when I wake up, before I get out of bed, I check my messages. I am addicted like everybody else.
Don't do that.
No, I know. But once for a week, this thing went down. Actually, it was 2 or 3 days. It was over the weekend, so I couldn't get it fixed till Monday. So it didn't work for the weekend. I woke up for 2 days, went to sleep for 2 days, and I just felt so much better that not being there, that addiction. I was like, and the same happened to me when I was in England once. It was out for 2 weeks. It had totally fucked itself. I don't know. I dropped it or something. It wasn't working, or the connection wasn't good. And I couldn't contact anybody, the band's management, anything for about 14 days. I felt fantastic.
Yeah.
I just felt like I used to before this stuff was invented. And I felt that the bottom line is I'd walk down the street going, nobody's going to bug me. That was it. So we're not freer. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
So you just got to have that discipline.
I haven't done it, but I say I'll do it, and then I'm a hypocrite. I don't do it. But the idea is like when I go to bed, I should just plug it in another room.
I've tried that and it works, but because I'm lazy, I can't be bothered to walk into the other room and plug it in and go to bed.
Right.
So what I've done now is a compromise, and you're going to make this is hilarious. What I've been doing, I've also been hearing about all the radiation thing. I mean, I never do this and talk to somebody on the phone. I've done it, and as soon as I do that, I get a headache. And I don't get headaches. And I get this headache as soon as I do that. So that radiation is real. So several months ago, I found one of these things where you can put them in, and it isolates you from any radiation. But as a compromise, going back to that thing of putting it in the other room, what I've done, which is hilarious, instead of it being by the bed charging overnight, I put it over the other end of the double bed on the corner where I can't reach it.
Right.
And I make sure that I turn it off.
There you go.
And my logic is, the radiation can't get me because it's 6 feet away.
But the NSA is still listening.
Oh, that thing. Even if that is a trip, even when you turn your phone off, because several friends have said this to me. They say, turn your phone off and start talking about coffee tables or something. And lo and behold, I tried it. We're talking about whatever I was talking about. The next day, loads of adverts about coffee tables. And the phone wasn't even on. That's a trip.
Yeah.
But then as somebody else told me, and I agree with this, they said, yeah, they're listening into it. And then they said, so what? They got much bigger fish to fry. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Which I agree with. I'm not going to worry about that stuff. So what if they've, if they're listening in and I want a coffee table, whatever.
Doesn't mean you have to buy one.
Unless you're being a naughty boy.
Then, that might be what they're looking for.
Well, yeah, it is.
So can we talk about Ashes and Diamonds?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose I'm interested. I mean, if you don't like the album, by the way, I'm not offended at all. It's of interest, I suppose. What you?
Oh, it's absolute garbage. Kidding. It's fucking great.
You like it?
No, I'm really enjoying it because it's. But I noticed and I almost want to go back and do the homework. But I'm noticing on quite a few of the songs, you're singing in a lower register than I've heard you sing in the past. Is that fairly accurate? Are you kind of like quieter and up on the mic?
I haven't really thought about it, but maybe my voice doesn't sound like it now, but it's actually a little bit lower than it was 30 years ago. And I've got a little bit more confidence than I had then. Because I notice if I I don't hardly ever listen to old stuff, but if I listen to tones and I'll think, wow, I sound so naive. But it had a charm to it, obviously, because it was made in that time. But the low register thing, as I've gotten older, I've found it easy, actually, to go right down there. Right. The register, and that's apparently very normal. But I can still hit the high stuff, which I'm surprised about.
Are you touring this album?
It's in the hands of the gods. If the interest is there, we will contemplate going live with it, for sure. But this is a weird thing because I'm not really good at the social media thing. I'm just not good at it. It doesn't interest me. I'm posting stuff all the time. I've posted a few things, but here's an example. We'll do a video. For example, we'll do a video. The first one we did, which, we used Jake Scott, which was great. He did a real deal for us. It's basically a motorcycle video for the first song. And we'll spend money on that. We'll spend 2 days filming. He'll edit. I'll go in and edit with him. And maximum on that has been 14,000 views. And then I go and record 3 raccoons in my back garden eating peanuts. And it's like through the roof. I can't remember the amount of views.
Yeah, it's funny.
So it's like
all this effort you're making.
People are more interested. Like I'm creating this and the album, various songs on the album. It's obviously the album's out now. I think we got like 12,000 on the first month, 12,000 downloads of the album, which is I appreciate that. It's not a lot, I know. Yeah.
No, that's a good. I mean, nowadays, man, like that's
nowadays. I know
you can't look at shit from 2000. It's not even relevant.
No, I get it, but 3 raccoons, I'll get. I don't know what it is. It's something stupid like 70 or 80,000, and then the
dummy trips over pothole and street gets like 1 million views.
Puppy videos through the roof.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking when I saw this number, because my girlfriend Reagan, she goes, "This is great. You got 70,000 views in 24 hours." Of the raccoons in the back garden. I'm like, what about the fucking video? And the other videos that we've made, the other 2 or 3, I'm serious, 5,000 views.
Yeah,
and not counting. It's capped off at 5,000. So then you think, what's the point of making new music? It's very demoralizing, I gotta say.
I have to think of it like you have the video and you put it on YouTube or whatever, but you have to almost take the 30-second pieces from the video and the most tasty parts, and then through it, kind of like the Fight Club. Like as it's going, cut in like raccoon video in the middle of it. And then they'll fucking go. Cat jumps on dog's back, right? And like cut that in super tight.
Yeah.
1 frame.
Yeah. Subliminal.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work. I don't think it's going to.
I'm going to try it. Fuck it.
I don't see how that's going to work because they're going to go somewhere else. I sort of know you're joking anyway, but they're going to go somewhere.
I'm not joking. I'm going to try it this week. I'm going to do it. You watch. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
See what happens. literally like 2 frames of a cat, like cat, grabbing the dog's ear, and then it come back to the song and do like some raccoon, and then drunk guy falls in hole, and then but like just little piece, and then just cut it in like almost imperceptible, and see if that doesn't. Now watch, everybody's going to be going through our feeds like, wait a minute, is it in there? Is it in there? Is it in there?
When I saw this with the raccoons, because that was the biggest one, the 3 raccoons, I thought, okay, people love animals. I'm going to use animals to promote the album instead of spending all this time and money on videos with people like humans in it playing guitars and drums and stuff.
Cat videos. Yeah.
No, the whole AI thing, though, I'm definitely on board. I mean, I wasn't at first. I hated it. So I thought, this is all, it's not real. But of course it's real because you create it. If you have no talent, you're still going to create a shit video. Although, you know what? This whole thing about AI now can write songs for you.
Oh, yeah.
And you can do a song that sounds like Depeche Mode or whatever else. Mm-hmm. But what I've noticed so far is they get the essence of the style of writing the lyrics, but they're naff. They're crap. You can see that they've stolen the vibe, but it's, hear me out. It's not good. It's naff. It's bad. But mark my words, it's early days. They are putting all this information into AI. So I reckon within a year, they will be able to write a great Depeche Mode song.
And a year later, we'll be dodging Terminators.
Probably 5 years. I mean, we've got the whole robot. We've got the whole robot thing coming in.
Yeah, that's coming.
To do the washing up, to do the plumbing. That is definitely going to happen because we've got the cars now that can drive you around.
Yep.
I'm interested in your view on this because certain musical friends of mine have said you'll never be able to take the place of the human soul. And I disagree. I think that AI will be able to do exactly that because we're going to feed it all the information necessary. Einstein, all the great artists, everything is going to be fed into this. Yeah. And it will be as good as the human soul, if not better. I think that they're kidding themselves and we will be replaceable. What do you think on that?
I think it doesn't matter. It's going to happen whether, whatever my opinion is, like it's either going to happen or it's not.
I know, but point being, do you think it's going to happen?
I think there's just going to be a next level evolution of something coming. There always is. So, and it's something that our tiny brain can't even perceive what that is coming. So it could be coming. But I just think that, I hope she doesn't watch these. My daughter's really I got her into Tons on Tail, Ramones, Devo, some AC/DC video when she saw Angus Young running around. She's like, oh, that's cool. And then she's really into anime. But now she's like, she loves all that stuff, but she also likes K-pop. And I'm trying to explain to her without being an absolute grumpy grandpa dickhead that literally last week or tomorrow, the K-pop songs are just going to be written by AI. The characters are going to be developed by AI. And all they're going to be doing is auditioning human kids to match the AI thing so they can sell T-shirts on the road and merch on the road. That's all.
Yeah.
That kid has nothing to do with what the entire machine is. It's free.
They won't even have to have actual humans to mime this stuff at a certain point.
Right. They'll probably end up laser.
Yeah.
Figure out where it's like
They were doing that in 2012 because I thought, what have I just taken? I'm hallucinating here because I saw, who was it? It was at 2012 Coachella Tupac.
Oh, yeah.
And he's on stage doing a gig. And I'm like, am I in a time warp here? Because this guy died several years ago.
Yeah.
And that was in 2012. And all that. This reminds me of the Porno for Pyro songs, We'll Make Great Pets.
Yeah.
I think that's could happen.
That's what's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll make great pets. Exactly. That's it. Then we've got it all sorted out. So we might as well relax. Relax and just let it take over and we can just not have to work anymore.
Right.
But that's a nightmare in itself, if you think about it.
Yeah. So it's, because I think maybe they'll be able to raise chickens. I don't know.
Of course they will. I mean, that's like a walk in the park.
Yeah.
You kidding? Of course they'll be able to raise chickens. They'll be able to raise humans if they want to, or they'll get rid of us.
Right.
But, we can't worry about it. But this one, though, in comparison with all the ones that have gone before this one, as in the invention of the wheel, etc., the bit electricity, etc., etc. This one is such a massive jump.
Right. And of course, this is where the science fiction writers come in. The big gap is kind of like what you see with, the Matrix, or, I guess Terminator somehow connected in there too. But like,
yeah,
how does that much power, it needs so much power to maintain? And that's been kind of the environmentalist argument about AI is the warming and the water usage. It's not sustainable. It's not like they could take over and continue, because then it would run out at some point because it is so invasive. If AI takes over, then of course the first step with any retaliation would be to interrupt their supply line, right? So we would have to figure out how to unplug their solar panels.
I know, but that's the whole trip. We won't be able to. When AI gets that sophisticated, no way a human's going to be able to interrupt this progress, this thing that's going to happen. Okay, you serious?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just taking. We're doing point counterpoint here, right? So I have to like take the position of disagreeing.
No. Okay.
But, so let me think about it for a second before because I honestly I agree with you, but I have to figure out how to like argue with you. So because that's where the dopamine comes, right?
Yeah, this is going to happen,
or it's not. That's it. I mean, that's it.
I don't see how AI could not. Elon Musk was talking about this years ago, and it's so obvious now that that whole argument that you'll never take place of the human soul, absolute bullshit. We will be able to imitate it and overtake it, because you'll have all the information that mankind has gained over the years all put into that central computer. And the idea that it takes so much power, I think with just solar power alone, it's not going to be an issue. And also AI is going to improve that solar power. I'm not talking about wind. I'm not talking about anything else. Just the solar power. Because of the amount of hot deserts that we have on the planet, it's a no-brainer that they're going to be built to feed the machine. I'm not saying this is a good or bad thing, by the way.
I just think it's a thing.
It's a thing. And I do think we will make great pets until, I really do. I think Perry had something going on there several years ago.
So would you be like more of an outdoor cat or an indoor cat?
Most definitely an outdoor cat. I've got the ADHD or whatever. I'm only happy when I'm moving around. When I'm on a motorcycle doing 60 miles an hour plus with no traffic, I'm in my element. That's when I can actually think straight.
Okay.
If it got to that day, I've mentioned this to my girlfriend because we had some heavy rains here. I couldn't really do any real riding for about a week, and I was getting real depressed. I'm completely addicted to the adrenaline rush and the sense of freedom that you specifically get from motorcycles. It's the nearest thing to flying. I don't know if you ride.
No.
I would advise you to give it a go. I really would.
Yeah, that's other little thrill things that I do that I feel like motorcycles in general, I feel like that's something that you kind of have to have older brothers, uncles, somebody around you and come up at an earlier age, really touching those things.
Not really.
For me, because the activity doesn't come naturally to me. And I think that would be.
Yeah, don't do it then.
Irresponsible of me with an 11-year-old to be on a bike.
Absolutely. I agree completely. Yeah, if it's not in your blood, don't do it. I mean, some people just going for a walk, taking the dog for a walk is enough. Other people climb mountains.
I'll climb the mountains.
Okay, so
that's a risk that I'll take. Yeah.
Now here's a trip, because I did meet a guy. It's Jake Scott, actually. He loves climbing mountains, and I would never ever do that. I
mean, like literally, like hiking Kilimanjaro, like going up. I can do that, but as far as rock climbing, no, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was talking about rock climbing. No, I don't get that. And isn't it? Yeah. What the fuck? And another one is bungee jumping. What?
Yeah, that's not.
And jumping out of aeroplanes with a parachute. Like, see ya. No thanks.
Yeah, that's not good.
But it's like everybody has their different thing. But for me, the motorcycle thing, it's such a soulful thing as well. And I looked it up online quite recently about how good it is for you on a mental and physical level. It's actually a workout.
Yeah.
So if it is a physical workout, I should be like Charles Atlas, because I ride every day, but I'm not.
I think of you. When I think of you, I think of Charles Atlas.
No, I'm English. I don't exercise, but I do go for a ride. So I definitely get my mental workout, and I get my spiritual workout actually doing that. Sorry to start with the motorcycle thing. It's just whenever I go for a ride, good mood, bad mood, anything in between, when I come home, I've had a workout, physical and mental and spiritual. And I just want to turn everybody else on to the activity, you know.
We set this up as being an interview, but this is actually an intervention. Daniel, we have to talk to you about your motorcycle addiction.
Yes.
And we're here for you. We're here to help you.
Great.
You know, we love you, but we have to be honest about this whole motorcycle thing.
I'm just trying to get you into riding as well, because I think you're a nice guy and you deserve to discover how fabulous it is. That's what I'm thinking. But that's what I'm saying. It always turns around, and I don't want to be a motorcycle bore. So I'll shut up about it.
I think it's great.
I've had some people in my life that are depressed. And I say, fuck that, get on the back. And I take them for a ride and I go for it. They're terrified. But when they get back, I think it's because they're so happy to still be alive.
Yeah.
That, you know, I've done my job.
It's sunshine.
Yeah.
It's oxygen because you're out. It is physical.
Exactly.
So I do the same thing with not the same thing, not the adrenaline level of that, but gardening, just like being outside.
Oh yeah.
Not just dinking around with flowers, like literally digging holes and digging out beds to put vegetables and things in. That activity outside, the oxygen, the connection with the soil, it turns off all the fucking voices for a minute so you can just kind of focus.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just a simple thing like that. So this is going back to all this. This is why I feel so sorry for young people because of these and laptops. Several months ago, I was out in the middle of nowhere. I got into a town somewhere and I went to a Starbucks. So I'm ordering what I'm ordering. And there's a kid there with his laptop sitting on the table. He's probably about 17 years old. And he's looking at the laptop, and you can tell he's just waiting for a message for whatever he's fucking typing out. Waiting for a message. He looks so depressed and despondent. And then he goes like this, and he obviously sees the message, and he goes, and then goes back down again. And he waits, and I'm watching him. He waits for another 6 minutes. Then he gets another message, and he goes like this. And I'm thinking, this is a young, healthy 19-year-old, whatever. It's like, what a fucking waste. Get out into nature.
There's no balance. They don't really understand the connection of just digging in the soil a little bit or going for a hike.
It's funny because we're starting to sound like our mums and dads, because I remember Dad used to say to me, what do you do? Stuck in front of the box again? Go and do something physical, you know, and I get it.
My dad didn't have the house wasn't grounded properly. So from 1977 until 1982, we didn't have a television in the house because the lightning hit and it like shorted out whatever TV they had. I didn't have a TV in high school.
For how many years?
All of high school. So 4 years of high school from 1977 to 1982, that 5-year span of not having a TV in the house. So it's just, you hike, you write, you read.
Wow, that's so
you listen
interesting.
to music instead. You know, we definitely had the turntable, so we were listening to vinyl. But that's what we did. He would put the Detroit Tigers on the radio and during baseball season. But that's we didn't have the TV. You end up becoming creative and doing other things. You
end up doing things.
Wood for the fireplace, you know.
Yeah.
There's things you're doing.
Where were you brought up?
I was born in Akron, Ohio, but I grew up in Michigan, up in the snow.
Right. Wow. That's interesting. Those few years that you didn't have the TV, so you weren't zoned out.
Yeah, you weren't, wow. My friends would talk about TV shows, and that's kind of what they were doing. And I eventually I'd go to my friend's house and watch, go down on Saturday night and watch Saturday Night Live. But it wasn't like a day-to-day thing. Somebody had to explain to me the TV shows that were on at that point. I didn't know anything about them.
I remember when I was a kid, we got the Munsters over in England, and we got the original Star Trek stuff, and I absolutely was obsessed with the Munsters and Star Trek. We had the Munsters, Star Trek, Lost in Space, Fireball XL5, and Top of the Pops.
Did you get Addams Family too?
No, we didn't get that. No, I know. I saw it later on. But anyway, the Munsters though. But this is the funny story. My mum, she wouldn't let me watch them. because she thought they were too weird. And she also wouldn't let me watch Star Trek because she said, no, that stuff's too weird.
How old are you? Sorry to ask that. But...
it don't matter, does it? I can't remember. That's how old I am.
Right.
I'm 68. I'm 68.
68. So I'm 61, going 62. So when you were watching The Munsters, I was sneaking out of my house in much earlier age to go to a friend's house and watch. And this is in Ohio, watching late night, and late night then was 10 o'clock. Benny Hill and Monty Python.
What is it with you guys and Benny Hill? You all think he's so funny.
Well, back then it was there was nothing like that in Ohio on TV at all.
Yeah.
So
right. It's very, very, very English.
I was sneaking down to see that. It's not funny. Now it's not. You look back and go, well, I don't know what the fuck I was looking at, but
no,
Monty Python stuff holds up, but the Benny Hill stuff, I don't know. But back then it was it wasn't like anything we were seeing.
No.
So I would sneak out to go see Benny Hill and Monty Python. Yeah,
Monty Python, I get it as far as it definitely holds up. Yeah, those guys had it go. It's just as bizarre now. God, I remember that one particular thing. I can't remember which film it was, but it's going through. Then suddenly out of nowhere, there's that spaceship, that UFO comes down and just swoops everybody up. Remember that scene? And it was completely out of context. Like
Life of Brian.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Life of Brian, yeah.
Yeah. That genius. Yeah, that was genius.
Bananas.
I love Ricky Gervais right now. He's my favorite comedian. That guy to me, and I don't use this word lightly, but he's a genius. He's the way he advertises his booze, just his sketches. Are you into him at all?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think him and Merchant are I feel like they're royalty.
Yeah, and he just donated I think 2.5 million to animal welfare, to looking after the animals. It's fantastic. But yeah, that guy, I mean, oh my God, it's so original. It's just, I'm so happy for him being so successful, because the way I say it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. You can tell his heart and soul is in the right place. That guy, he's got it going on. I just think he's brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that he pushes all the buttons.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's such an original idea, and it's very, very English, the way he can take a complete tragedy and turn it into humor.
But I think the bridge for us in the States is that it translates. What he's doing translates over here. I tried for years to try to get my friends into some of the English comedy shows, and the accent barrier sometimes is an issue, but it's just the sense of humor doesn't resonate.
Yeah. And
then 5 years later, they go, oh my God, they finally get it. Trying to explain the League of Gentlemen to some of my friends over here in the States, it went right over their head. And then I go, just watch this one episode 4 times in a row.
Right.
Once they got past the accents and what they were hearing, this is the funniest, darkest show I've ever seen in my life. I go, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see Bad News, which was English?
Incredible.
Okay. Because I haven't met any Americans that have, because that came out before Spinal Tap, and to me, it's better.
Bad News is great. Bad News
and more Bad News.
Mr. Jolly lived next door. All the comic strip live stuff. Vic and Bob.
Yeah.
There's so much, a lot of that doesn't translate over here.
Maynard, great to speak to you, and good luck on the tour.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. I'll send you a t-shirt.
Please.
Will do.
Thanks for listening to the Talkhouse Podcast, and thanks to Maynard James Keenan and Daniel Ash for chatting. If you liked what you heard, please follow Talkhouse on your favorite podcasting platform and check out all the other great shows in our network. This episode was produced by Myron Kaplan, and the Talkhouse theme is composed and performed by The Range. See you next time.